Good afternoon to Mr. Dermadran and fellow friends. Today, we'll be presenting our assignment on network security strategies for SUNWA Bank, a major financial institution in Malaysia. Our focus is on the cybersecurity measures necessary to protect sensitive customer data, maintain operational security, and build trust in the bank's digital services. Sunway Bank, one of Malaysia's leading multinational banks based in Selangor. Established with a strong reputation, Sunway Bank offers a comprehensive range of services, including retail banking, corporate finance, wealth management, and digital banking. The bank has grown to operate over 50 branches nationwide, with plans for further expansion into key regions like Penang, Pahang, and Sabah. With approximately 5,000 employees across more than 10 departments such as customer service, cybersecurity, and digital services, Sunway Bank continues to build on its success, focusing on both innovation and providing high-quality services to its customers. Recognizing the increasingly complex nature of cyber threats in the financial sector, Sunway Bank places significant emphasis on network security. Protecting its assets, customer data, and its reputation is a priority as the bank moves forward with its expansion plans. The financial industry is particularly vulnerable to cyber attacks, and Sunway Bank has invested in robust, adaptive, and scalable security strategies that ensure safe and seamless banking for all its customers. Moreover, Sunway Bank is committed to adopting advanced cybersecurity measures that comply with regulatory standards, addressing challenges like data breaches and fraud, while establishing a secure environment for financial transactions. This expansion period provides an excellent opportunity to enhance the bank's security posture, further safeguarding the financial well-being of its clients. The security needs of SUNWA Bank are fundamentally built around two key aspects: integrity and authentication, and data protection and confidentiality. Integrity and authentication ensure that data remains intact and is accessed only by authorized users. This is crucial for protecting financial assets, customer information, and the overall reputation of the bank. Firewalls serve as the first line of defense by filtering network traffic and blocking unauthorized access, while allowing legitimate communications to pass through. Additionally, intrusion detection systems, IDS, play a significant role by constantly monitoring network traffic for anomalies, triggering alerts whenever suspicious activity is detected. Another critical security measure is multi-factor authentication, MFA, which adds an extra layer of security by requiring more than one form of verification, such as passwords, biometrics, or OTPs, to make unauthorized access more difficult. On the data protection front, SUNWA Bank employs a hybrid encryption approach, which combines symmetric and asymmetric encryption methods to provide both high security and performance. Symmetric encryption uses the same key for both encryption and decryption, making it efficient for securing large volumes of data, with protocols like AES and DES commonly used. Asymmetric encryption, on the other hand, uses a pair of keys, one public and one private, which eliminates the need for secure key exchange. RSA and elliptic curve cryptographic (ACC) are prime examples of this method. Finally, SUNWA Bank uses SSL/TLS protocols to secure online transactions, ensuring that encrypted web traffic is only accessible to authorized parties and verifying the authenticity of the bank's website to protect customers from phishing attacks. Together, these security measures form a robust system designed to protect both the bank's internal data and its customers' sensitive information from a variety of cyber threats.
External network attacks are a significant threat that organizations face today. These attacks originate from outside the company and are launched by individuals or groups looking to penetrate a company's defenses. By exploiting vulnerabilities in the network's infrastructure, applications, or systems, attackers aim to break in, steal sensitive information, disrupt operations, or even destroy critical data. One common type of external cyber attack is phishing. In phishing attacks, cybercriminals send deceptive emails designed to trick individuals into revealing confidential information, such as passwords or credit card numbers. These emails often appear to come from legitimate sources, making it easier for attackers to lure unsuspecting victims. Another prevalent method is the distributed denial of service (DDoS) attack. During a DDoS attack, the network is flooded with a massive amount of traffic, overwhelming servers and causing disruptions. The goal is to crash the network or make online services unavailable to legitimate users. SQL injection is another technique used by attackers. Here, a web application is manipulated to insert malicious SQL queries into the database. This allows attackers to access, modify, or steal sensitive information stored within the database, potentially compromising user data and the integrity of the system. The motives motives behind these attacks can vary. Some attackers are driven by financial gain, aiming to steal valuable information for profit. Others may seek to tarnish the reputation of their target or gain unauthorized access to sensitive data for competitive advantages. Financial institutions like Sunway Bank are often prime targets, as they manage large amounts of personal and financial information, making them attractive to cybercriminals. External network attacks pose significant threats to financial institutions like Sunway Bank. Two prevalent types of attacks are distributed denial of service (DOS) attacks and SQL injection (SQL) attacks, both of which can severely disrupt operations and compromise sensitive information. A DOS attack aims to overload a network or server by sending an overwhelming amount of traffic from multiple compromised sources, often using a botnet of infected devices such as computers, smartphones, and IoT gadgets. Unlike a single-source denial of service (DOS) attack, DOS attacks leverage numerous devices to flood the target, making it harder to block and mitigate. For Sunway Bank, a DOS attack could mean that customers are unable to access online banking services, check balances, or perform transactions, leading to customer dissatisfaction, financial losses, and damage to the bank's reputation. A real-world example of this occurred in 2012, when a group called Azad Din al-Qassam cyber fighters launched a series of DOS attacks on major U.S. banks like JP Morgan Chase and Bank of America, severely disrupting their online services and exposing vulnerabilities in their defense systems. The second threat, SQL injection (SQL), involves inserting malicious SQL code into input fields of web applications, such as login forms or search boxes, to manipulate the underlying database. This type of attack exploits poorly secured inputs, allowing attackers to bypass authentication, access confidential data, or even take control of the database. For example, an attacker targeting Sunway Bank's customer portal could inject code like or 1=1 into the password field, tricking the system into granting unauthorized access to user accounts. This could expose sensitive financial information, compromise customer privacy, and lead to significant trust issues. A real-life incident illustrating the impact of SQL attacks was the Heartland Payment Systems breach in 2008, where attackers used blind SQL injection techniques to steal millions of credit and debit card details, resulting in severe financial losses and reputational harm. In conclusion, both DOS and SQL attacks present substantial risks to Sunway Bank's operations and reputation. These threats underscore the importance of maintaining robust cybersecurity defenses to protect customer data and ensure business continuity in the face of increasingly sophisticated external attacks.
Now, I will discuss internal network attacks, an important cybersecurity issue that many organizations are concerned about. Internal network attacks occur when someone within the organization, such as an employee, contractor, or partner, initiates an attack by exploiting their access to and knowledge of internal systems, data, and networks. These attacks are particularly dangerous because the attacker has authorized access, making them difficult to detect through traditional external security measures such as firewalls. Internal attacks can lead to severe consequences, including data breaches, system damage, and financial losses. Since the attack originates from within the network, it often goes undetected until the damage is done. These attacks are particularly dangerous because the attacker has authorized access, making them difficult to detect through traditional external security measures such as firewalls. Internal attacks can lead to severe consequences, including data breaches, system damage, and financial losses. Since the attack originates from within the network, it often goes undetected until the damage is done. So now, I'll discuss two types of internal network attacks that could potentially threaten Sunway Bank's security: data exfiltration and unauthorized devices. First, data exfiltration involves the unauthorized transfer of data, often facilitated by two types of insiders: malicious insiders and negligent employees. Malicious insiders intentionally exploit their access to systems to steal sensitive data for personal gain or to sell it. For instance, an employee at Sunway Bank might leak a client's financial details, causing both financial and reputational damage. Negligent insiders, on the other hand, unintentionally risk data security through careless actions, like clicking on phishing links or using unsecured devices. This could result in the exposure of confidential data if, for example, an employee enters login credentials on a phishing site. To counter these threats, Sunway Bank could implement strict access controls, utilize data loss prevention (DLP) tools, and regularly train employees in cybersecurity. Now, let's move on to unauthorized devices. Unauthorized devices refer to personal or external devices, like USB drives or laptops, that are not approved by the organization but are connected to the network. These devices can introduce malware or serve as a gateway for attackers. For example, if an employee connects an infected USB drive to a company computer, it could enable hackers to infiltrate Sunway Bank's network, risking data breaches and potentially compromising the entire system. To prevent this, Sunway Bank should establish a strict policy against using unauthorized devices and perform regular checks to monitor connected devices within the network. In conclusion, data exfiltration and unauthorized devices represent serious internal security risks for Sunway Bank. However, by enforcing strong access controls, educating employees on cybersecurity, and restricting unauthorized devices, Sunway Bank can significantly reduce these risks. Securing internal networks is crucial to maintaining customer trust and protecting sensitive information.
Let's move on to detective control. Detective controls are security measures designed to detect and respond to threats after they occur. They act as a second line of defense, allowing an organization to identify and respond to potential threats quickly to minimize any damage. In the banking industry, detective controls are essential to catch unauthorized access attempts before sensitive customer data is compromised. One highly effective detective control that Sunway Bank is recommended to implement is an intrusion detection system, or IDS. An IDS monitors network traffic for unusual patterns, like unauthorized login attempts or access to sensitive data, and alerts the security team to take swift action. By monitoring activity in real time, IDS can quickly detect suspicious behavior that might otherwise go unnoticed. Another layer of protection comes from integrating IDs with a Security Information and Event Management System, or SIEM. SIEM collects and analyzes data from various sources, including IDs, to detect patterns of suspicious behavior, like repeated failed logins or unexpected access to financial records. SIEM also stores historical data for forensic analysis, allowing Sunway Bank to improve security defenses by learning from past incidents. These systems also help Sunway Bank meet regulatory requirements. Financial regulations, like PCI-DSS, mandate constant surveillance and detection of unauthorized activities. With IDs and SIEM, Sunway Bank can not only achieve high security standards but also build customer trust. For instance, if the IDS detects access from a questionable location or at odd hours, it will trigger an alert for the security team to investigate and take action, protecting both customer information and Sunway Bank's systems from emerging threats. In summary, IDs and SIEM allow for real-time monitoring, faster threat detection, and stronger incident responses, helping Sunway Bank protect customer data, maintain regulatory compliance, and sustain customer confidence. Now, I'm going to discuss the importance of preventive security controls in the banking industry, specifically focusing on why implementing multi-factor authentication, or MFA, is critical for protecting customer data at Sunway Bank. Preventive controls are security measures designed to prevent unauthorized events from occurring. Think of them as a first line of defense that protects sensitive systems and data from unauthorized access or changes. These controls are crucial in any security strategy because they work to stop potential threats before they have a chance to cause harm, ultimately minimizing risks to the organization. One of the most effective preventive controls Sunway Bank could implement is multi-factor authentication, or MFA. Let me explain why. Today, relying only on usernames and passwords to secure accounts has become risky. Cybercriminals commonly use methods like phishing, brute force attacks, and credential stuffing to steal user passwords. Once they obtain these passwords, they can access critical financial information, putting customers and the organization at risk. However, implementing MFA provides an added layer of security. Instead of just entering a password, users are required to verify their identity through an additional step, such as entering a one-time verification code sent by SMS or email, or using biometric data like a fingerprint. This approach makes it much harder for attackers to gain access, even if they somehow manage to obtain a password. For example, if a Sunway Bank customer logs in, they would need to provide a verification code sent via email or SMS in addition to their password. This means that even if a cybercriminal had the password, they still couldn't access the account without the code. For employees, MFA could also be implemented. When accessing sensitive banking systems, Employees could be required to use both a password and biometric authentication, such as facial recognition, particularly when accessing these systems remotely. Protecting customer data is especially crucial in the banking industry, where data often includes users' financial assets. By implementing MFA, Sunway Bank would significantly reduce the risk of unauthorized access, enhancing the security of customer accounts and strengthening customer trust. In short, adopting MFA as a preventive control would provide a dual-layer security system, making it more challenging for cybercriminals to access sensitive information. This investment in security not only protects customer data but also reinforces Sunway Bank's commitment to safety and trust, which are essential in today's digital banking environment. Now, let's talk about corrective controls. Corrective controls are designed to remediate or limit the impact of security incidents, helping to restore systems to a secure state and minimize damages. In banking, these are critical to protect against financial and reputational losses after incidents like unauthorized access or data breaches. One essential corrective control for Sunway Bank is an Incident Response Plan, or IRP. The IRP provides a structured approach for the bank to respond to incidents like data breaches, malware, or unauthorized access. With predefined roles and procedures, the IRP ensures that staff can react quickly to contain threats, protect sensitive data, and restore normal operations as efficiently as possible. For example, if a breach occurs, the IRP would guide IT and security teams to isolate compromised systems, secure vulnerabilities, and notify affected customers and regulators as required. This organized response minimizes damage and downtime, helping Sunway Bank return to business as usual. To make this even more effective, Sunway Bank can conduct regular IRP training and mock drills. This prepares staff to act confidently in real incidents, allows the bank to identify any weaknesses in the plan, and ensures compliance with industry standards. In summary, an incident response plan is a vital corrective control, enabling Sunway Bank to contain incidents quickly, minimize disruptions, and maintain customer trust and regulatory compliance.
In conclusion, SUNWA Bank must adopt a multi-layered cybersecurity approach to effectively safeguard sensitive financial data and maintain client trust. A robust, layered defense is essential due to the internal and external threats that financial institutions face. Starting with preventive measures, SUNWA Bank should implement tools like multi-factor authentication, MFA, firewalls, and encryption. These measures are critical in securing access to systems and protecting confidential data. In addition, detective controls like intrusion detection systems, IDS, and security information and event management, SIEM, tools should be deployed. These systems enable real-time monitoring and help identify unusual activities, ensuring that threats are detected swiftly and regulatory compliance is maintained. For corrective strategies, a comprehensive incident response plan, IRP, is necessary. This plan ensures that SUNWA Bank can respond to cyber incidents promptly, minimizing damage and protecting ongoing operations through effective communication with stakeholders. Together, these outcomes will strengthen Sunway Bank's defenses, protect its valuable assets, and increase customer confidence in its digital banking services. By implementing these multi-layered security measures, SUNWA Bank can provide a safe and reliable banking experience for its clients. Thank you for watching our video.